brother-in-law?
This is going to be an introduction to my new home here. I got my TV, my VCR, I got my jacket, my Freddy mask, my table I work on, my bed. You know, at least I got my jam box. It's going to be the new area where I'm going to work. That's called cracking the bean. See, one time, a long time ago, my friend of mine had this yard, and he had these two dogs. One was a blue heeler and a lab, and they were all both tied to their leash, and they were tied to this. They were tied to a tree. And I'd go out there and I'd hang out with Jeff, and these two dogs, you know, they were just bored out of their freaking mind. They wanted to do something funny, you know. So when they'd see me, they'd get all excited because I'd go out there and throw them a stick, and they would play game. You know, they would fight over this stick, and I'd get a stick about this big. But their leashes they couldn't interact. Their leashes were went to a point where they'd come out, but they'd be stopped right there. I had this stick that was about the equivalent distance that they were separated. And I'd throw this stick out there, and one would grab it, and the other one would grab it, and they were both stuck there at the maximum point of their lines, with the stick in their mouth, trying to get the stick from each other. Or they couldn't lose any ground because they would kill them. You know, they would choke too much. So they would just sit there and growl at each other, and it went on for minutes. It was totally hilarious. You know, and eventually, I think the one who growled and got the most insane was the blue heeler, the one who tossed the biggest insane fit. The other one would just freak out and let go.
One of the things, I guess, about being over there in the shotgun house, in retrospect, looking back on all this, was it's all about being bored. And, you know, this thing is, I've always got myself in these situations where I'm just hanging out in the studio, drinking beers, barbecuing, coming up with food concepts to roast myself out over, usually eating too much, but then it's the boredom that sets in. It slows down time. This is the thing I started realizing, you know, just thinking back on how I've operated, that it's good to be bored. Like I was in Redford. I mean, there was a lot of dead time there. You just sat around and stared at stuff, kind of dazed off into the distance, but it seemed that time stopped, kind of slowed down to such a fashion where it seemed like you might live longer if you could slow down time. That was sort of my ambition at the time.
He says he goes here, and he's walking over this little plank, and there's all these rattlesnakes under the bottom. I'm going to make a little fan here. It's like trying to blow the goat off. So it's like a rattlesnake pit. It'll be one of the better ones. But this is a dancing chicken, and there's old Red Mud. Don't think I ain't forgot about this whole battle we're having. Here's old Red Mud throwing his little basket of voodoo out on me with all his little rat snakes. And here's the chicken, he's dancing around in his back field, you know.
You're probably no dirtier than I am.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You happen to see me here?
Well, I was heading out to Brenham.
Oh, you going to Brenham?
And then I thought, well, this looks just like ideal.
So when are you going to put it on YouTube, you say?
I'm going to give me about, if you get one or two good things down pat and people know you're serving good stuff and it's affordable, it'll just grow.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. How long has it been on there?
That's just I just opened right now about 12 o'clock noon. So this has only been in there about 15 minutes now. But there's all stuff that I got cooked, and then freeze it up and just put it back in the pit.
Yeah.
It comes out just
perfect.
Just perfect.
Cool. This is my Ford Ranger. This thing is taking me to hell and back, basically. Some people call it a piece of shit, but I call it commitment. Yeah, I'm going to explain some of the dents here on my truck. You know, I actually had a stereo that got stolen about a couple months ago. It didn't work, which was kind of a good thing. You can see here's the interior to my truck. You know, this I got from someone nailed me in a Walmart parking lot, hit and run. Some drunk hit me at a bar, another hit and run. I think this one was self-imposed. I've had this crack here for nearly at least 7 years, and it's just been growing. There's from I don't have a bumper on this truck because I had a head-on collision. The only accident I've ever had. You know, a man owns a kind of truck like this. What it says to a woman is, this is about commitment to vehicle, and that no matter how beat up, rusty, and torn up you may get in life, at least you know someone's always gonna drive you. You know, they say you are what you eat, and here's what I like to eat. You know, part of eating all these chicken legs I got, all these hot wings, is I got a special helper that's going to help me do all this. She's going to serve me some hot wings, and we're going to make this piece together. It's a team effort. Yeah, her name is Buttons, and she's been a real super trooper here. You know, helping me do my work. Cook. If you can't do those two things, and oh yeah, there's like little paper mache in here. Kind of made these little homemade lighters. You can see he's going into the ass of the little dude right here. Yeah, this is hot. Right there. Probably could use about 2 more bags.
Oh, come with us,
Show y'all how to smoke chicken with very little. First off, I got a in here. It's actually frozen. I didn't expect it to be frozen, but here it is. The parts are so frozen I can't even get the stuff out of there. I put it in a little bag like this. Wash my hands. Yes. So we're gonna do the I bag it. This is called rounding the wood up, and maybe some in the back. So we're gonna go out here to the grill and figure out what the fuck we gotta do with this thing. Get this guy going. Oh yeah. Looks like we got a lot of work ahead of us. That's called good fire starter right there. Well, let's get it going right there. That'll make some good bed coals. Yeah, better keep an eye on this fire because there's a lot of dead leaves around here. And I hate to set this abandoned house on fire over here. It's really hot coal. It's all frozen. It's been marinating for a whopping 15. Oh, without cooking it. That's possible. Pass it. Meaning. I knew this cat would come around, this old white cat. And that's what this painting here is. That's the old white cat up there. After he done killed some of my chickens. And so, basically what happened was is that one day I was out in the backyard. It's an old house in San Marcos. And I saw that cat walking up the driveway. And so what happened was that I got this other dog to one of my... Basically, I scared the cat up the driveway and around the house, and when that happened, I went out there, chased the cat out, and all of a sudden that cat was so freaked out. It was an old stray, ran out in the middle of oncoming traffic because I have a pretty highly trafficked road up there, and it ended up getting run over. And so I was going, oh, what the fuck? And so I grabbed a shovel, grabbed that cat, brought it back to the trash can, put it in there, and all my friends around going, oh, that's just really good, George. You just fucking killed some cat. And I said, well, you know, fuck this cat. It fucking killed my chickens. I knew exactly which one it was because he was one in the yard stalking the birds to begin with. So I threw this cat in this trash can, and then I got a big box of those feathers that, you know, that I kept because they were my favorite birds. So I took those feathers and threw them in that trash can with that dead cat, and I said, you know, fuck you. This is revenge, you know, and I fucking went off on this cat, and of course all my friends around there are going, oh, this is totally stupid and disturbed, you know. I said, you know what, this is called justice. You know, I basically raided the community of one bad alley cat.
What's it called? Dead cat? Dead cat? That's its name?
We're going to a local bar called Beethoven's. It's over here in downtown.
Absolutely.
I think they've moved everybody out of here.
Yeah, Dallas made that's the place.
Here it is, folks. See how it just sort of, it just sort of peels off there like that? Look at that. No effort. Dry. It tastes like turkey horn. Yeah.
I didn't mean to. Just got carried away, huh? Well, alright. I did what
See, there's a butcher on top with a chicken in his hand. This. And then one day, I decided to pull this off and find that. That'll be interesting.
But you would buy this one right here.
But you'll have to be dead. I would buy that in that frame.
No, Not me, motherfucker. I don't need no chill.
You lying. I saw you one.
I don't drink chill. I did that once.
Well, there you go.
And I said, what the fuck is that about?
You look like chicken bones to me. You don't drink no.
That's what they are.
How many
He
chicken?
does. The guy in the cowboy hat does. Now you got to do this.
He's a chillaholic.
What? Listen, you're probably the only sophisticated guy in this whole joint.
Sophisticated? No.
Yeah, I want you to ask me, which one would you buy? That may be better. Which one of these would you buy?
The aftermath or before?
These are two different artists here. I don't know who these guys are. These are two different artists. They're not related.
Okay, the one on the right.
Yeah, me too.
This one, which one is that? This one here?
Your left.
Yeah, the one on your left. Yes.
This one here?
Yeah,
This one here?
The one on your left.
Left.
your Aguilar.
The thing is,
This one here?
This is before.
Okay, you like this one, right?
Yes.
You like this one here? And what would you like?
That's before and after, right?
No.
Yeah, it is.
No.
It's a man dressed in a dress, and he's a butcher. He's going to have to kill that rooster with this knife, and that's all the bones after he's done.
So which one would you hang in your?
It's process oriented.
What would you buy for $5? Which one would you buy?
Either one.
Which one would you hang in your house?
Which one would you throw away? Which one? The first one you pitch in the garbage. Which one would you pitch in the garbage?
Both.
This one here? What would you?
Same.
This one here? What would you?
Both.
You can only hand one at a time. Which one?
Have two hands.
One has a beer in it, and the other has this pitcher. Which one would you pitch in the garbage?
Put it that way. I keep that.
This one. So this one's the champion right here.
Yeah.
All right.
Up in the air, just like that bull in you. Oh, right on your end.
Animated, all these different videos. It's been like docile. JB.
Just the other day, you were.
JB got his ass spanked. I hate to tell it, boy, I'm on video. In January. Fuck this way, dude. Comedy, to me, like the 70s comedy, you know, and the writers that do those things, there ain't no comedy like that anymore, you know. Napoleon, whatever his name is, you know, I mean, that was a president that he did. It was so great. But now he's playing in all these other movies.
When I do my work, all I care about is one thing. But I don't know that's what I want to do. But I this is how it works. Some of it's successful to me. Okay, when let's say we just put my shit out there. I don't know whether it's successful or not. If the critics say this was successful, or you say this one's a good one, this was not, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. That doesn't mean nothing. Nothing means nothing. I make marks on, let's use a simple example, George. I make marks on paper. I'm after what I'm after. Only about promotion. I use that word. You're out there. I'm spelling babies as far as I can't even fucking spell. I don't even give a fuck. Well, all I know is I take off some paper, put my fucking what you're doing. So how am I supposed to judge that, for God's sakes? I mean, number 2, whatever the fuck it is I use, and I'm supposed to go, because I only judge on 2 things. One, here's why you're more famous, and here's why you're crappier. You want to know why you're the worst artist in the world, or why you're the best? For your folk artist, if you're not making money off art and you're just doing your best to do whatever the fuck stupid ideas you come up with, then you're a real artist, you're a fine artist. That's the difference. If you have to make money off of your art right now, contemporarily, you got to live off your art, well then you got to do what someone's going to buy. If you Dubai, you know, it's like Dubai. That's the main capitalist fucking center, Dubai. you have to make art about what sells. If you have to make art about you don't give a fuck, you're gonna kill yourself tomorrow, and you know you don't even know why you're fucking doing it. That's art. That's art. That's art because you don't even know why the fuck. You don't care why you're doing it. You don't know what you're doing. All you're doing is going out there to the studio every day and doing. And hopefully the fucking gallery people don't come around like with Jackson Pollock or whatever and say, oh, this is good. Oh, George. Oh, George. This is so fucking good, man. That's corruption. That's prostitution. That artists only do things that they don't care about selling, that they don't care about giving, they don't care about doing, they don't care about doing even. They only do it because they're fucking nuts. They're artists and they just do this shit and they come up with it and they go, well, I think I'll make a little line there, I think I'll add a little yellow there. You know, Van Gogh wrote about yellow. Yellow, yellow. Did you ever read Van Gogh shit? Yellow, yellow, yellow. I mean, who gives a fuck about yellow, George? For God's sakes, nobody. Nobody fucking gives a shit about yellow but Van Gogh. He was all hung up on fucking yellow. Not because he was going to sell it. He didn't say, well, I think I'll do yellow because I think that would be a good market deal today, or I think I'll do yellow because I think the critics would like it. He didn't even know how to spell critic. He didn't know shit. He just honestly wrote, I'm into fucking yellow today. Who's into yellow? Nobody, man. Nobody but fucking Van Gogh was into yellow on that day. Well, he do it. I mean, I'm not saying he has no worth or big tits and no brains, but generally speaking, I like to do that. Well, Picasso would have said, I'm the greatest fucking artist in the world. I make these great little fucking paintings about my little fucking girls. And Donna would say, you know, whatever these artists say, you know, you got to be willing, George, to say, I thought you were a kitsch artist. I thought you were working out in fucking West Texas. I thought you did the...
Let me tell you where this original canvas came from. It's right here. This original canvas is from Redford. When I hung out there and made paintings in 1999.
Does this mean I'm an artist? Maybe so. You can do other things as well. All that is comes through the eye of the artist. Yeah, you're a real artist now. I go back and sculpt out those artist things. Much better. You're a folk artist. I'm a folk artist. Who's folk?
Chicken Georges. This is the way folk art should be. This is the way folk art should be. This is the way folk art should be. Fucking bullshit. Hey, you're gonna give me a beer. Hey, give me a beer.
This story goes way back to when I was living on French Street with two other artist buddies of mine. Get a little bit of Velveeta. So you gotta get this shit going like this. La Costa Serrano peppers. So these are 4 jumbo jacks I bought for $1 a piece. I'm gonna go ahead and unwrap them. That's aroma. Woo. There. See, the secret is hamburger pancakes. It's compression. You gotta compress this shit down. It's a real chore to do this because you gotta get these things totally flat eventually. It means all that bread's gotta go down there. But one of the gotta get some of that good old Velveeta cheese. Put another cheese thing there. I have to work them down individually. Well, I guess we're gonna let that sit for a while and start to cook. You know, it's all about time. So fuck it, let's go out here and clean up our mess here for a while. You see how the grill's done. I'm gonna do some illegal trash burning. Well, I'll tell you one thing, this definitely cleans your nasal cavities out. Oh, man. As you can tell, the hamburger is definitely compacting down. It's like reducing its form. Now throw some more cheese in there. Now watch what I'm going to do next. Get all that stuff down there going. Get a good cheese gravy going. You just pour it right on top of there. So you got this kind of like pancakes, but you got your own. This is your own honey sauce here. You have fun making it and perfecting that technique of knowing how to making it get really condensed and go back and forth, and then you after you get that thing to like almost like a chip. It's not bad. Yeah, man. Got to put the rest of the jalapenos in my cactus jar. Shut this place down, man. I am fucking full. Your hamburger pancakes tastes good for the first 15 minutes when you're eating it, but then all of a sudden, man, I feel like you're gonna go to sleep. It's definitely the best. If you want to go to bed, this is probably the best sedative in the world. So what the hell am I gonna do with all this? Just take all this crap. Oh, it's still warm too. Take it and I'm gonna fucking just go on top of that roof over there and watch it. And I'm curious to see how long I'll stay there before the birds get to it. There you go. I'm getting fucking full. Yeah, that it looks like the hamburger pancakes didn't even last till the morning. The rats in this house must have gotten it. I knew I threw a big wad of it up there. It's gone.
4 hens, and then I have the white one there, that's a rooster. And what I've noticed, you know, I've had him, he's really been bothering the chickens a lot. And been real aggressive with them, loud, disrespectful. And the chickens it's starting to wear them down. I mean, I got the feeling like, I think that they're sad, and I think they feel hassled, and I just think they've had it. And just make life better for them, and make it so they don't have to suffer like at the hands of a super hyper-aggressive, hyper-sexualized man who's always like kind of like imposing his will and desire on them, like, you know, really, really relentless, and just day in, day out way. Just constantly he's on them and off them and on them and off them. If I want to live in a world, you know, where people are free, like, look at this. Stop it. You know, as I'm out here, the more annoyed I get. I mean, it's like life is hard enough, you know, for all of us. I think it's going to help protect the chickens. It's a prophylactic kind of. It's a nice chicken. Nice chicken. See, she doesn't need to get hassled by the man. So what I did is I made a prophylactic comb. It'll help. Now nobody's going to be able to bully you anymore. There's not going to be any more aggression for you anymore. That rooster is going to look at you, and he's going to recognize your inner strength. He's going to recognize your personal power, and there'll be no more harassment. Hard being a chicken, but it's hard being a woman too in this culture, in our country. And I've noticed is that when I wear this hat, I get a lot less kind of male aggression. I get a lot less sexual attention. I'm harassed a lot less. And I think it's just the symbol of masculinity. It's a great equalizer in our culture.
You are the father.
This is, I'm officially going to shut down the studio here in my shotgun house here in San Antonio and go back to the chicken house. But, you know, I was laying in bed, you know, watching Maury and Jerry, and so we were just goofing off, and I thought, well, I should just make some work based on what's been going on with all these dramas with you know, great guys like Eric Maximus and Georgia Redmud and, you know, Platter Saints. And so this is all work related to all this drama. I'm going to explain all this tonight. I'm going to explain each little piece, and I'm going to show what one man and one 6-pack of tall natties can do in one night. It's called Red in Jail with a Black Bear. He's gonna get 99 years. There's old Red Mud right there. There's an old Black Bear. I got about halfway through all this, and then I just basically collapsed. This is the last of being here in this studio.
Boyfriend. Is that an ex-boyfriend? No, just somebody I met.
It's called Whatever Happened to the Gold Days. I Just Got My Shine. And as I was putting all this together, I just sort of ad-libbed and made up a bunch of paintings last night, and this is one of the main ones. And it's supposed to be called, this is Lonnie Toller 82, based on this character who basically put all these paintings up on eBay. This black guy, basically it was a white dude who made it, and so I made a painting titled Lonnie Toller 82 with a black wiener.
Birthday! Oh my God! Hit the fan!
Red sings the songs to all the happy animals. Let's get us. Look at that ham, ride that sow. Only in Texas. You can see that. You know, old Red Mud's got a paint up on eBay right now of a chicken thief. Here's the farmer that caught the chicken thief. There's a chicken thief there, and there's a farmer shotgun. And then here's kind of a Bosco-esque one. little bear here, and he's eating honey, and all these little characters around him. But then here's one of Red Mud doing Chicken George, called "Put Them Googly Eyes on There." This one here is the last one of the whole set. It's called Who's Gonna Turn Over This Field. And it's supposed to be like an empty field with all these dead bones in it. It's based on a story or a discovery of this thing I found. So this is the last of the studio. I'm going to be pulling out of here in about, I don't know, in about a week or so, and get back in the chicken house. So I got to clean this place up really good. This is a really good. If you want to know what rental places are like, this is definitely a good one. There's also these goddamn rats are in here.
Mr. Engineer, feeder's up.
Hear that shit? That's fucking. There's like 3 fucking rats up over above my bathroom. One night I went crazy, punched these holes in the ceiling. I put some fucking poison. The landlord wants me to tear the ceiling out and just gut this entire house. But he realized, I think he knows there's like a whole family of rats living up here. No telling how much rat shit. And you have to work pulling a ceiling down with fucking decades worth of rat shit. I've done that before, and that can, it just, you'd be poison off of that. Ew, God, it's fucking nasty. Bring them up there. There's the outdoors here. It's really nice, actually. It's a really good breeze. Go all the way out there to my front door.
Well, let's see, one time I was out on this ranch, and happened, I guess, somewhere in the early, it had to be in the early 90s somewhere, and as I was walking around, I was at a buddy of mine's property, and we ran across this field that had like, must have been like 2 or 3 acres of nothing but exotic game had been killed and just let in there, you know, bison and weird goats. I mean, there was a lot of unusual, you know, carcasses there, but they were all dead and had their bones were all sticking up in the air, and you know, the skulls were there, the horns, but you could see them, all these little white spikes coming up out of the ground. Not even out of the ground, they're just laying there, and they just, for some reason, they didn't know what to do with it. They didn't really want to dig up or bury their bodies. Well, as we found out about all this stuff and we started talking about it, the owners of the property realized that we were snooping around, and noticed all this stuff, and we might want to come and snag all those, you know, bones and stuff. So this guy, or whoever it was, got wind of this and decided they were going to take a tractor and they turned that property upside down. However, they just turned the topsoil over to not have any of the bones sit. And I was thinking, my God, you know, think of what happens, you know, as this property gets bought or something like that, and they happen to be digging down into this thing and they see just hundreds of these skulls everywhere. I go, well, you know, to me that's sort of like the eBay world. You know, it's just tons of weird artifacts and dramas that get made and created, and then they just get buried over.